If the school as an agency of society is to justify itself for the period ahead of us, it must be accepted that its fundamental function is to serve the people of the entire community, the very young children, the children of middle years, early adolescent youth, older youth, and the adults as well. The task of the teacher of the future is a greatly different task than that which teachers usually performed in the past. The fundamental equipment expected of the teacher of yesterday was knowledge of the subject he taught. Modern education demands teachers who are acquainted by experience as well as by study with our democratic society and who participate actively in the life of the community. They have a broad cultural background and an understanding of world conditions. Teacher educational institutions have not prepared teachers to do these things. Prior emphasis has been upon subject matter and method. The blueprint goes on to list the major purposes of a total instructional program, quote, of benefit to the entire community, end quote. Under the educational program, one finds continuing, improving the teaching of the cultures of the past, developing the ability to communicate effectively, developing the ability to think, developing desirable personality and character traits. Well, those four, they sound sort of okay unless you understand education needs. Discovering and developing worthwhile interests. Well, hey, wait a minute. Some of my interests may not be worthwhile. Huh? I like to watch old movies. Developing respect for others or intercultural relations. Well, here we go with that, you know. We're on UN Agenda 21. Protecting and promoting health. Well, you know what health is in Maine? Our health education in Maine came out of Berkeley, California in 1975, called for high school students to know the 3 types of sexual intercourse, including with animals. And I challenge anybody fighting the Common Core to come up with a better one than that. They think it's new, see? They don't know, they're just dealing with it. Assessment's been with us under different labels ever since 1969. All right, developing wholesome home and family life. Other agencies must accept at least some of the responsibilities formerly borne by the family. Hear that? Repeat that. Other agencies must accept at least some of the responsibilities formerly borne by the family. The school must study the problem intensively. It must experiment. Developing wholesome habits and understanding of work. Work. Okay, school to work. Good members of society cannot be developed if they are ignorant of work and what goes into it. In the years which lie ahead, it would appear that the school is the only agency which society has which can be expected to accept this responsibility. Then, in solid caps, it's the only thing in solid caps in this document, it must be done. Now, we go on. Developing understanding of economic principles and forces. Parenthesis, emphasis must be placed upon the economic principles and forces which are operating at that time rather than upon those of the past. Right? Free enterprise, capitalism. Get rid of it. That's very clear there. Developing consumer competence. Schools of the future must do much about such things. Developing vocational competence. Developing social and civic competence. Understand obligations as a member of the group, the collective. And to give wholeheartedly and unselfishly service to his local, state, national, and world government. Developing understanding